Welcome to Numb Bills Fan Media. That's what we'll call that right now. I'm your host today, and most of the time, David Palermo. Currently, the Bills are inviting the Dolphins to come play with them in Buffalo, and the Bills are 8-0 against them, really, since 2017. And they've won 5 consecutive games against the Miami Dolphins, including the playoffs. I am not reading this off of BuffaloBills.com. Why would I do that? Miami has not won a road game of Buffalo since Week 16, 2016. Wow. Mike McDaniel is 1-5 against the Bills, including the playoffs. I went to the one victory the Dolphins had. I was in Miami. It was a game where Josh and Tua are I think they're hugging it out, right? Tua does the whole get a concussion thing. And if you're wondering why I still have Keon Coleman up since last episode you missed, because he balled out. I was very hard on the Bills. What's the point of having a kid come out? You have all these articles written about him where housewives have him as a household name now over this jacket. Okay, well, you get Amari Cooper 2 games in with Amari Cooper. Keon Coleman's blowing up. And then the block on the Seahawks guy out of bounds. Tough kid. I love it. Every week, Keon Coleman stepping up. I cannot, and I hate more than anything, the media for months putting so much pressure on this kid. It's always been the thing, is it's pressure, I get it. But your job is pressure too. Does it need to be that hard, or do you think, why don't we keep the challenge going, let them develop? Because we're not the drought Bills anymore. We don't need Keon Coleman to come in and save the team. With Amari Cooper, the Bills are now again playing chess because, as we've talked about, Bills fans are not stupid. So we're like, hey, who's the defense keying in on? Now you got Keon Coleman to key in on? Okay. Cook has been going off. I can't complain. What a year from James Cook. What a year. Khalil Shakir, fun fact. Just heard this from John Gruden's show. 83 targets from Josh Allen, 75 receptions. Is that not nuts? He needs to be on the field all the time. I feel when he catches the ball, we all see it. Smooth, fluid, gets out of trouble, playmaker. All right, so the Bills and the Dolphins, what do I think about it? The Bills look consistent. The first 4 or 5 games, actually 5 games, I'm like, what the hell? The first 3 games, I'm like, wow, the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. Then 2 or 3 more games go by. We don't talk about the first few games of how the Bills didn't have to play that much offense at all. And they did great. They won the game. And I love having a Bills team where now we're learning how to win without, it's been years now doing this. We're winning games that were close. And the other Bills teams, it was the opposite way. So with McDermott, still am worried about the Marvin Lewis factor as a head coach where we get to the playoffs and do nothing. Because some of the worst Bills games I've ever seen have been in the playoffs. And sometimes I don't want to cut my eyes out, but I wish I did. It's painful, Von Miller, the guy who beats his girl, he's back this week off his 4-game suspension. So there's that. And can't wait to see him in the media soon. Oh, all the Bills highlight tapes. There's so many other players I'd rather see getting highlighted than Von Miller. What a disgrace to sign the guy. I will always say it. I don't care how many sacks he gets. The Bills have looked fine the last 4 games without him. Sorry. Could they use more of a pass rush? Of course. What team couldn't? Pressures, that's nice. It helps, but I like sacks. I like seeing things happen. Now, the Bills have been sacked, I believe, less than 10 times this year. I believe the number is 8. Again, I'm puppeting from the John Gruden show. I did not write it down. I was playing Madden Ultimate Team. If that's a problem, don't care. Tune in somewhere else. This ain't Nerd Talk 101. It can be, but I'm not going to be. So, Tua Tagovailoa. Why the fuck is he still playing football? I don't know. I bashed my head riding a BMX bike years ago, and I still ride it here and there. Not very good. But I still try here and there. Still ride a dirt bike in the backyard at 40. Whatever. Bored. No kids. It's what you do, I guess, is fucking wait to die. Driving a dirt bike in the backyard. Try to kill yourself. Just kidding. But Tua. He's hit his head a lot. Like I said earlier, was at that game in Miami. It was horrible. Matt Milano gives him a shove. Dude hits his head. I'm wondering, how the fuck did you play football this long and not know how to fall, frankly? Oh, he took some jiu-jitsu so he knows how to fall. How about you just push him the fuck over and over again? So he's going to figure that out playing football today against the Buffalo Bills, who are on fire. Tyreek Hill and Waddle, all these guys, they look kind of fucking dumb without Tua. And the thing with Tua I hate is the media has been bashing the kid for years. Oh, Tua. He's just assistant quarterback. The team is dog shit without him. Absolute dog shit the Dolphins are without Tua. 100%. Achane run his ass off all year. I worry about the running game against the Bills all the time. But the Bills have always been bend, don't break, allow them to get the run. And then when you make your mistake throwing the ball up, hope you succeed, you know? So I see the Bills coming out with the victory, but what's weird about doing this stupid thing is sometimes I like to take a big shit on the Bills coaching staff, especially because I don't like to come down on the players as much. I'm going to assume the players are doing their job. I'm going to assume the coaches are too. But who holds the coaches accountable besides management? As fans, we can call it the nonsense. And I'm not sure what I think. Every time I talk about this team, something happens the opposite. So if I shit on the team, they win huge. So I really want to compliment the Bills, say like the Bills are, they're at cruising altitude right now. As you can see with Keon, we keep him up all the time this podcast because I really like Keon Coleman right now. I love his jacket. I almost want to get one, a yellow one. Just so you know, I'm coming. But I see the Bills are in stride. They're just so in stride. And I don't know what to think about it. I really don't. I guess I'm just here to watch the ride. I got no hardline predictions. Talking in generalities. Don't care. Put on your ESPN, your first take. They're literally talking about Tua and Josh Allen, all these emo things. Who gives a fuck? Show me the chess. Like, who are the Dolphins taking away into Bills? Amari Cooper? Keon Coleman? Take away one of them. One of them is going to be open now. Excited. Been waiting for this all offseason, and 2 games in, we have it. And as you can tell, I'm kind of excited. It's been a while. Actually going to the game allegedly today in Buffalo. So check your TikTok, Instagrams, and all that. I see the Bills coming out of this with a 10-point win. Unless they somehow fumble the ball and shit on themselves, forget the diaper, goes down their leg, and somehow the football bounces funny. You can't predict it. So, I don't know. I'm still thinking 10 points unless the Bills somehow puke on themselves and the Dolphins get a couple pick sixes, fumble, I don't know, return. But I hope the Bills don't have any 3-and-outs early. I hope the defense stops them early. The Bills always play better ahead. It's just how they've been built with this coaching staff and Josh Allen. They always have. Hopefully the Bills get up 10 points, nothing, and then it's over. We're just partying. It's going to be in the mid-50s in Buffalo today, early 50s. Pretty excited. Tune in on Bills Fan everywhere. You have anything you want to talk about, don't reach out to me. Just kidding. You can. You could try. I check the DMs on Instagram mostly. I'm on X here and there. Don't really care to get involved in division politics and these comments. I swing a hammer for a living. I'm not in some fucking metaverse. I'm busy. And I like being busy. I like talking shit. I would gladly keyboard warrior from a drywall stilts or the scaffold. That's fun. Maybe sitting on a bucket too. But after a while, I don't look at comments like a place to really have awesome discourse. I am part of the Cover One community there. If you have a one pass, go over there, head to the Discord. I like to ask a question. You get a bunch of replies. There's a lot of good info. So if I'm going to go that way, it's going to be the Cover One pass over there for $60 a year. You get a fucking shirt too. Go sign up for it. I'm your host, David Palermo. Follow them Bills Fan everywhere. If you do like what you're seeing, please leave a comment, leave a like, share with your friends. If you're looking for an emo Bills therapist, I'll just call you on. And I'll be like, hey, here's why I think the team sucks. Here's where I think they could get better. I always look at the team like a coach coaching the team. I'm not happy that has sand buried in my fucking neck and go, oh, I'm breathing. No, the Bills had Josh Allen. Win fucking Super Bowls. I'm here for championships. End the story. That's it. I don't care who the fuck's that quarterback. Championship. I don't care who's out there. Championship. The only time I do care is if you're fucking lying to me and trying to tell me that somehow DeMar Hamlin might be better than Edwards, who's trying to get traded at the safety position from the Bills. You know, the Bills signed this guy. He's hurt. Recovers. Now he's complaining on the internet. He wants to get traded. As far as I'm concerned with Edwards, are you doing the work? I don't know. I'm not in the locker room. But to give the player, the working man, the benefit of the doubt, let's assume Edwards is doing the work. Mike's doing the work. What the fuck's the issue? I don't know. Hopefully Mike's doing the work. If he's not doing the work, trade him. But maybe the marketing team, this is me just being weird, maybe the marketing team loves the storyline of Bishop and Hamlin coming in together. And we'll see what happens if the Bills get torched. But last time I said, I brought out a drumhead that had streaks on it. Said, if the Dolphins do this, these streaks, and the Bills stop them, I will have positive reinforcement on the Bills defense moving forward this season, and I do. Coach McDermott, I think, is doing a fine job this year. Can't really complain. Or I forgot about what I complained about because I do this once a week. Toodles, none Bills in everywhere.